please rise for the playing of our national anthem by the Monarch Pep Band and drum major Cypress Barkley. For tonight's starting lineup, first for the visiting R.A. Long Lumberjills. 5'7" forward, junior number 3, Alana Brown. 5'7" senior forward, number 4, Brielle Box. 5'7" sophomore guard, number 5, Brianna Garwood. 5'6" sophomore guard, number 13, Jocelyn Magana. And in the middle, a 6-foot post, sophomore, number 15, Evelyn Ofsted. And now the starting lineup for your home team, the Mark Morris Monarchs. A 6'5" freshman guard from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 3, Kiki Makaiwi. A 6'5" junior guard from Portland, Oregon, number 12, Rayleigh Gazzani. A 6'6" junior guard from Seattle, Washington, number 23, Kea Makathrimi. A 6'9" sophomore guard from Yelm, number 24, Reese Lightning, Reese Johnston. And an 8'11" post, a senior from London, England, number 32, Natalie Mejia.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's live stream coverage of Civil War girls basketball from Mark Morris High School. It's the Mark Morris Monarchs hosting the R.A. Long Lumberjills. Good to have you with us, Nick Sisson, here on behalf of N2 Media. And introductions have been made. The national anthem has been played, and we're just about set for tip-off here in the first quarter of action between the 4-3 Mark Morris Monarchs and the 1-7 R.A. Long Lumberjills. Those are league standings, of course. Overall, Mark Morris 6-4 and R.A. Long 3-10. I believe 3-10 or 3-9. Somewhere in there. They got 3 wins. I know that much. Picking up a big one against Fort Vancouver right before the buzzer, 52-50. Mark Morris coming off of a 1-point loss to Washougal, 54-53. As we are underway, the Monarchs control the tip. Maki Evie goes far side, ball poked away by Box. Johnston retrieves and nearly travels, but throws it to the right side, and there's Kiki Maki-Evie with it. 8 on the shot clock. Entry pass down low to Mejia. Mejia goes under the basket, and a reverse layup attempt, no good. Gets her own rebound and miss. Good defense there on the opening possession by R.A. Long and Evelyn Ofston guarding Mejia. That'll be a big matchup to watch as Bree Garwood, unguarded, takes a long 2, and it's no good. Monarchs with the ball pushing. Near side, Johnston with it. Takes a long two, and this one's off back iron and tapped out by Maka Evie. RA Long basketball, 7:11 to go here. Opening quarter just underway at the Natty. Jills do a good job breaking the press. And under the basket, Jocelyn Magana was in decent position to catch and at least possibly get a shot up and maybe draw some contact, but it's out of bounds off her fingers. Kea Maka Evie brings it across for Mark Morris. Man defense here being played by R.A. Long. Nope, 2-3 zone. Maka Evie penetrates and drives. Kicks far side, top of the circle. Johnston fires the three, no good. Mejia, offensive board putback is good. So 2-0, Monarchs on top. Natalie Mejia with the first bucket of the game. Drive by Garwood. Garwood has it poked away and stolen by Johnston. Now one-on-one up ahead. Maka Evie box. Does a good job contesting the shot without fouling and comes away with the loose ball. Now Bree gets it across that timeline and keeps driving, goes up, and it's long. Ball collected by Mejia. 1-on-2 break now for Johnston. Johnston has it poked away and stolen by Garwood. Outlet up ahead, thrown away. So back and forth they go. Bounce pass block, Maka Evie, a gather, and a shot is up and in off the glass. 4-0, and an official's timeout for Alana Brown to tie her shoe. 5:43 to go here, opening quarter. Inbound goes to Brielle, and she gets it across. Johnston pokes it loose, but it's recovered by Ofston. Box hands off Garwood for three. Yes, Drano. Nothing but net for Garwood. One of the heroes from the win against Fort Vancouver had the game-winning 2 and had 16 points, a team high in the win. 4-3. Maka Evie to get it back. It rolls off. Rebound controlled by Box just in front of Mejia. Brown with it being guarded by Maka Evie. Gets a nice screen. Switch on defense. Another screen. Austin. Floater left short from Brown. Rebound Rayleigh Gazzotti, and she'll bring it across. Johnston gets it back to Rayleigh trailing. Now to the top of the circle. Maka Evie wants to set it up. 17 on the shot clock. Jill's still in the 2-3 zone. Far corner. Head fake. Step three is out for Maka Evie. Looked like that was going down. So Jill's hanging in there here in the early going. Monarchs on top by a point. And we've got a whistle, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. R.A. Long. We'll keep it right here. Inbound will be over here on this side. Mark Morris coached by Sean Atkins. Again, 4-3 in the GSHL, which is currently a tie for 4th place. Three-way tie. There's a big, big traffic jam this season. You've got Washougal and Woodland, Hudson's Bay and Mark Morris, all with 3 losses. I believe it's Washougal that has a 5-3 win record. Those other teams mentioned at 4-3, so technically a half-game lead as Garwood dials up another triple, and it's no good. A long rebound snagged by Kiki Maka Evie. And now Kiki gets it across the timeline. Monarchs looking to find a zone beater here and see if the Jills might have switched up their defensive plan, and shot up, no good. Foul is called. Maka Evie will head to the free throw line after the drive. But R.A. Long coached by J.D. Ott in his second season in his second stint with the Lumberjills.
Jill foul.
First free throw is good for Kea Maki-Iwi.
Shooting 2, Kea. Block it.
Second free throw looks long, and it is. It's tapped up, though, controlled by Johnson under the basket. Reese kicks it out. Kea, head fake, kicks. Kiki, little ball fake. Garwood comes over to the elbow to bother. Kea tries to get around Austin, can't do it. Evelyn with great defense. Kea trying to keep it on the defensive side pressure here for Mark Morris, but unable to do it. Ari Long gets it across. Ball tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Johnston of Mark Morris. Fans, thanks so much for being with us here tonight. 3:39 to go, opening quarter. Mark Morris with a 5-3 advantage. Garwood open off the inbound shot, missed, tapped around, and then Mejia gets it for Mark Morris. Johnston with no numbers goes far side. Good defense there. That was Camry Gazzotti cut off. So both teams having problems holding on to the basketball here in the early going. Mark Morris has actually turned it over a couple more times than Ari Long has, yet they lead it here 5-3. Brown, tough shot from the elbow, little contact, no call, and then Garwood and Box bump into one another as Garwood looked like she was going to be able to collect that. Three-minute mark now here, first quarter. Kea Maki-Iwi gets it across. Screen set by Mejia. Kea drives. Her kick-out attempt is deflected out of bounds. Garwood got a hand on it. Looking to go to Camry Gazzotti over in the far corner. Now we've got two players needing to tie their shoe
Shoelace timeout.
for R.A. Long.
Second of the game.
Inbound goes to the near corner, and it's deflected by Garwood as Gazzotti tried to fire up a three. R.A. Long comes away with the loose ball. This is Brown now on the near side. Box picks up her dribble, being guarded by Johnston in the corner, needs some help. Austin comes out to give it to her and throws it out of bounds. 5-3 we hold. Ball tapped away as Gazzotti tried to drive by Box. Johnson able to recover, and now the ball's out of bounds again. Garwood playing really good pressure defense, and now the official from the baseline is going to come in and override the original call. Ball will be R.A. Long's now. Brown, hop step three, and it's off. And Austin and Mejia battling for the ball, and I believe the possession arrow will favor R.A. Long, and it does. Alana Brown to inbound it for R.A. Long. 28 on the shot clock. Garwood being guarded momentarily by Mejia. Switches on defense. Box loses the handle, and the ball's out of bounds. 1:32 to go now here in the opening quarter. Mark Morris will work with possession and the 2-point lead. All things considered, even though R.A. Long's only got 3 points on the board, they're hanging tight here. Mark Morris has got to look to flip the switch here. Johnston yet to score, looking to go to work. Might have had an extra step there, but a foul is going to be called on the floor. No shot. It's going to be the second team foul against R.A. Long and the first personal on Brielle Box.
Second team foul.
Kea Maki-Iwi gets it in. Rayleigh Gazzotti with her dribble gives it up to Johnston. Johnston being guarded by Box. Gets around Bree, goes up with the right, and it rolls off, though. Mejia snags it in front of Garwood, misses the shot on the putback. Austin clears the glass. Box, turnaround Jay, short. Barely hit the rim. Tough look there. Jill's not getting anything easy so far. A long two for Gazzotti, no good. Alana Brown goes up and grabs it. 30 seconds to go. Garwood able to use a little bit of clock here. There's about a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Brown steps back, tough three, no good. Gazzotti with the board. Rayleigh gets it across. Now Johnston with it. Top of the circle. Makaivi puts it on the deck and drives, goes up, misses. Mejia's there. Good if it goes. And it does. 4 seconds left. Natalie Mejia with another two, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Mark Morris leads it 7-3 after one. Natalie Mejia with 4 points to lead the way so far for Mark Morris. Excuse me, almost committed a sin there. For Mark Morris, Kiki Makaivi with 2 and Kea Makaivi with 2, and Bree Garwood. All 3 of R.A. Long's points on a made triple. Well, fans, we've got a busy week of basketball action here. Following tonight's game, we're going to be down in Ridgefield tomorrow at the Hot Potato. It'll be boys basketball, the Fort Vancouver Trappers taking on the Ridgefield Spudders. That start time is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Thursday, we're scheduled to be at the Lumberdome for a 6 o'clock start time. Originally a 7 o'clock start time between Hawkinson and R.A. Long in girls basketball. So we'll have that one for you Thursday. Friday, scheduled to be back here at Mark Morris for boys basketball. Special 6:30 start time for a Hall of Fame induction ceremony. But tip-off scheduled at 6:30 between Ridgefield and Mark Morris. And then Saturday we're on the road again in Ridgefield for the Mark Morris and Ridgefield girls game. Second between those two teams as we're back to action. Beautiful pick and roll. Bounce pass dime to Mejia from Kiki Makaivi. Monarchs quickly on the scoreboard here in the second, 9-3. And we've got an offensive foul called into the ball game for R.A. Long, and picking up the foul is Sienna Dorland. Nope, excuse me, they're going to go with Evelyn Austin on that. Thought I had Dorland there. That is Austin's first. Monarchs have an opportunity to get this one to 8, possibly 9 on this possession. Johnston crosses over, gives it up. Makaivi splits 2 defenders, floats, misses. Austin's there for the board. Great athleticism by Kiki and Makaivi, just unable to finish that one. Dorland still with a dribble. Gets a high screen from Austin. Picks up her dribble and is called for traveling. Kea Makaivi checking back in. Cadence Gorns will sub out. Makaivi gets a screen from Mejia, picks up her dribble, goes far side. Gazzotti now working against Austin, gives it up. Ball dribbled off the foot of a player. Now Makaivi picks it up. Great defense. Jills on that possession come away with a turnover. Garwood again comes up with it. Dorland nearly loses the handle, recovers though. Box drives baseline, loses it out of bounds, but it's going to be R.A. Long basketball. Uh-oh. Sorry, folks. Inbound goes to Dorland. Tough shot. Brown has it rejected. Recovers. Box. Tough two is good. 9-5. Badly needed bucket there for the Jills. Mock Evie gets a screen from Mejia. One dribble, picks it up, tries to pass it down low. Good defense by Austin. Austin's got to back off, though. She's playing a little too tight. Now we got a whistle, and she's going to pick up a foul away from the basket. That's her second personal. Just, got to know the situation and, who you're dealing with. Not saying that Mejia doesn't have that range, but I'd rather her be shooting from 16 feet than shooting from 4 feet. Top of the circle, 14-footer from Mejia is no good. Austin staying in the game with the 2 fouls. 5.5 to go now here in the second. Box, shot up, no good. All the way, Kiki Maka-Evie fouled and will head to the line. So Kiki Maka-Evie will head to the line. First free throw, no good. Second free throw also off. Box comes away with the board. And Brielle throws it away. Johnston gives it up. Maka-Evie trying to get around Magana. Bounce pass inside. Tough. Gathered, though, and up and in for Cadence Gorans. 11-5. Ball deflected out of bounds on the inbound by Kea. And it'll stay with R.A. Long. Tough inbound to make, and Maka-Evie comes away with it, but then throws it away. Both teams still having their fair share of turnover problems. Long pass up ahead is right in front of Brielle Box, and she gathers and lays it in. Assist on the inbound, full court style from Milana Brown. And Brown gets her hand on the ball, nearly steals it. Ball heading out of bounds. Johnson recovers. Whistle, timeout, taken by Sean Atkins. With 7 seconds left on the shot clock, we will keep it right here on the R.A. Long side. 11-7 with 4:17 to go in the first half. Not a lot of scoring so far here in the ball game, but still anyone's game at this point. Evelyn Austin playing with 2 personal fouls. So if you're her, obviously you want to be careful. Your best ability is availability.
The soothing and mystical sounds of Jose Morales and the Monarch Band.
It'll be Mark Morris basketball. Caitlin Brassfield checking in at the dead ball for R.A. Long. Inbound goes to Maka-Evie. 4 to shoot. Gorans, no. Ball tapped around and collected by Garwood. And Garwood fouled. Austin on the bench at the moment with those 2 fouls. So a good board there by Garwood. Foul on Reese Johnston. Inbound deflected and out of bounds. Jill's ball. 4:03 to go in the first half. Garwood to inbound, and now we've got a buzzer, late buzzer. Mejia was not yet at the scorer's table, but will be allowed to check in. And now Evelyn Austin is going to go in as well for R.A. Long. Caitlin Brassfield will check out. Inbound goes to box. Good ball fake, turnaround shot, short, but Garwood comes up with it, fouled, and she'll head to the line for two. Garwood with 3 of R.A. Long's 7 points, the other 4 belonging to Bree Box. And the first free throw off left. Rayleigh Gazzotti will check in for Reese Johnston. Second coming here for Garwood, and it rolls off. Rebound, Cadence Gorins. Three up by Gorins and off. Box with the board. Baseline, Brown doubled. Has it stolen away by Gorins. Gazzotti cut off beautifully, loses it out of bounds. They're going to say deflected by Box. Checking in for Mark Morris is number 20, Grace Eaton. Cadence Gorins will check out. Rayleigh Gazzotti at the top of the circle looking to enter it down low. Instead goes to Kayamaki Evie. Now ball rotated, Eaton off the dribble. Good defense so far. That's a tough move there by Kayamaki Evie. Misses the shot. Garwood steals it away from her. Jill's chance to cut this to a one-possession game, and they do. Garwood with another bucket. Three by Eaton, no good. Magana trying to fight off the rebounder, Camry Gazzotti, unable to do so, and it's going to be R.A. Long possession. It's 11-9 here with 2:41 to go in the first half. The Jills are right there. Mark Morris has got to pick up the play and the intensity. Got to give R.A. Long's defense a lot of credit here, keeping them in this one. Brown, cut off baseline. Magana for the lead. No good. Rebound, Kayamaki Evie. Maki Evie has it roll out. No home cooking today so far for Mark Morris on their end. Garwood now brings it across. Someone's got to help her out, and we got a timeout. And J.D. Ott, frustrated with his team's lack of movement. We'll keep it right here with the Mark Morris huddle, but it looks like this is going to be a 30-second charge timeout. So they're going to say no timeout. Apparently, Coach Ott was screaming, "Come help." So officials are going to figure this out. It was R.A. Long's ball, and it's still going to be R.A. Long's ball. So miscommunication there. Bonus timeout there for Coach Ott. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Brown being guarded by Maka Evie. Clears some space, and an offensive foul is called. Brown doesn't seem to agree with the call. She made the shot, but she ran right through Maka Evie there to get to the near block. And Maka Evie gets the benefit of the doubt. 11-9, and we stay. Kiki Maka Evie cut off inside. Ball stolen away. Magana trying to race out in front. Jump stop, shot, miss, no good. Eaton with the rebound, outlet up ahead. Maka Evie into traffic, has it stolen away by Box. Brown comes away with it. Jills are right there, 1:20 to go here in the first half. Brown getting a high screen from Austin. Fouled on the shot, they say. So Alana Brown will get to the free throw line, a chance to tie here with 1:15 to go in the second. Grace Eaton called for the foul. First is good for Brown. Brown hit 2 ice-cold free throws, technical variety, with the team down 2 to tie the game against Fort Vancouver, and hits 2 here to tie the game at 11. R.A. Long 1:15 away here from potentially being tied or ahead, or trailing, obviously, but good place to be for the Jills. Mark Morris has got to start getting something going. Shot missed, no good by Gazzotti, but she's able to get her own rebound somehow. Maka Evie cut off. 3 by Gorins, no good. Mejia underneath the basket, goes up and off the glass. So 3 looks on that possession for Mark Morris. Mejia doing the heavy lifting so far tonight. Pass attempt to the near side, and they're going to say Mark Morris basketball. 37.7 to go. Scoop shot with the left, out of bounds. Gazzotti loses a handle, they say. No deflection. 13-11, 25 seconds to go. Oh, geez, sorry. This capture card is not having a good day. Austin goes up, misses. And nearly lost out of bounds, save, 5 to go. Magana gets it, picks up her dribble. Now Brown with it, 1 to shoot. Arwood throws it up, it's not gonna get there. That's gonna do it. 13-11 at the half. The Jills have kept it close. Within striking range here. The Jills have won 3 out of their last 4 games overall, so got to be feeling really good with their effort here on the defensive side of the ball. Sorry, folks, for the problems with the capture card there, freezing a couple seconds, but see if we can't get that worked out. We're going to have the Mark Morris cheer staff here at the half, and we're going to take a quick timeout.
2, 8. 837-028. Come on down to the scores table. Claim your $100. Half the pot raffle. 837-028.
All right, there is the Mark Morris cheer staff at the half. 6.5 minutes to go until the start of the third quarter. Mark Morris leading this one by 2. Very close game. Probably not what Mark Morris had drawn up here at this point, but definitely would take it. We're going to take a quick audio timeout here, folks, and then we will be back to start the second half in just a few minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Mark Morris High School. Civil War girls basketball just about set to start the third quarter of action. And if you like a lot of scoring, this probably isn't the game for you. 13-11 the score at the half, 24 combined points between crosstown rivals Mark Morris and R.A. Long. The Jills looking to get one back for the boys who fell at home by 28 points the other night to Mark Morris on a Saturday night special Civil War. And so far the Jills are hanging in there, giving themselves a chance. Winners of 3 of their last 4 games overall, including their most recent against Fort Vancouver, picking up their first league win of the season. My pen ran out of ink earlier, so having problems making tally marks to keep score. So I've been doing it all in my head. Hopefully, I'm going to sound intelligent here, but I've got Bree Garwood with 5, Bree Box with 4, and Alana Brown with 2. The 11-point scoring for R.A. Long. Tougher for Mark Morris. They got 13. I believe that Natalie Mejia's got 8 of that 13 in the first half. I know that Kiki Maki-Evi has at least 2. And Cadence Gordon's with 2. And I believe Kea Maki-Evi with the ball has the other 1 point. So if I remember all 24 points, I deserve like a piece of candy or something. I don't know. A special prize. More problems for Mark Morris protecting the basketball as we begin the third quarter. Their first possession results in a turnover. Got to give R.A. Long a lot of credit. They're cutting off pretty much all the drives at the elbow, making it very difficult for Mark Morris to continue its progression towards the hoop. Brown now with it. 1 dribble, tough shot, no good. Ball tapped out, though, and Garwood is able to retrieve. Garwood gets it back out. 3-point land. Box from 13, no. Ball rebounded by Mejia. Nice play there. Gazzotti gets around Garwood. Wasn't sure if Garwood thought there was going to be somebody there underneath the basket because she kind of just let her go. The Jills did start in a 2-3 zone in the first quarter as Garwood retrieves a loose ball and goes up with it immediately and scores, leading the way with 7 for R.A. Long. Still a 2-point game after the made bucket. Gazzotti blocked by Box. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Garwood up ahead, throws it up. She's fouled and will head to the line. So Garwood looking to add to her total at the free throw line. A chance to tie here. Still early in the third. First free throw rattles out for Garwood. Second free throw is good. 8 now for Garwood. 8 of her team's 14 points. Far side, Kiki Maki-Evi back to her sister Kea. Monarchs looking to rotate it around the perimeter here. Nice screen set up top by Johnston. Kick to the far side. 3-ball by Kea Maki-Evi. Gives Mark Morris a 4-point advantage. Malfunction with the shot clock buzzer there as Box gets it across for R.A. Long. Now Dead with the basketball, looking for some help. Bounce pass, successful. And now we're going to get a full timeout from the bench. Head coach J.D. Ott wants to talk things over. There will be 18 on the shot clock for R.A. Long after the timeout. 5:41 to go, third quarter. Kea Maki-Evi with 4 now after the made three-pointer. Again, fans, tomorrow night, we're going to be down at the Hot Potato in Ridgefield. Fort Vancouver taking on the Ridgefield Spudders in boys basketball action. Ridgefield is right there in that third place-ish positioning with the likes of R.A. Long and Columbia River. In fact, Ridgefield beating both Ari Long and Columbia River this season thus far. And they're going to take on the Trappers, who have been surprisingly decent this year. You know, Ari Long took care of business against them on the road, 68-47. But you can't think that you're going up against a down Fort team. That's just not the case. They're very decent, actually. They got some good shooters, and Richfield's got really good defense. We'll see how that matchup plays out tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Back to action, Lumberjill basketball. Alana Brown to inbound it, and easily does get it into Garwood. High post entry deflected, ball loose, picked up by Magana. Austin back to Magana. Her shot, no good. Ball loose. Austin sidesteps, and she's fouled and will head to the line. So Evelyn Austin not quitting, able to retrieve a loose ball and does the smart thing, tries to go up with it immediately. 18-14 here, and Austin's first is no good. Second free throw rolls off. That's tough. So Austin unable to connect on either of the free throws. Johnston scoreless in the game. Head fake Makaivi, her three no good. Long rebound though out to her sister Kea. The Jills are going to win this game. They're going to have to not allow any second chance opportunities for Mark Morris. Johnson with some space. Elbow jumper deflected. Follows her own shot. And puts it up in with the left hand. The first bucket for Reese Johnston, the transfer from Kalama High School, just a sophomore, promising player for Mark Morris. Out to a 6-point advantage now for the Monarchs. Garwood drags her pivot, called for traveling. Kiki Makaivi all alone at the top of the circle. Puts her head down. Nobody there. She misses the shot, though. Too wide open. Garwood outlet up ahead. Magana throws it up. No good. Rebound to Box, though. Box, a long 16'2" is no good. Kea with the rebound. Ball poked at, though, by Brown. Kea able to recover. Now Kiki brings it across. Drive. Kick, Johnston for three. Yes! Reese Johnston with 5 consecutive for Mark Morris. The lead is up to 9, just like that. Ball thrown away in the backcourt. Gazzotti comes up with it. Mark Morris turning it up here in the third. Ball deflected and stolen back, though, by Evelyn Austin. Great defense when the Jills badly needed it. Magana without her head around. Doesn't see the pass, and it's out of bounds. We're going to have a substitution by each team. For Ari Long, Sienna Dorland will check in for Magana, and then Cadence Gorins and Camry Gazzotti in for Mark Morris. Kiki Makaivi and Rayleigh Gazzotti checking out for Mark Morris on the dead ball. High screen set. Mejia rolls to the hoop. Gorins gets around the defender, goes to the left hand, and scores off the glass. It's an 11-point lead. Whistle, timeout, full timeout, R.A. Long.
Urgent news announcement. All hot food in the concession stand right now is $1. Let's go. Get it while it's hot.
All hot food, a doll hair right now at the Mark Morris concession stands. If that doesn't get you up off your couch, I don't know what does. So a big run here for Mark Morris in the third. 2:59 to go in the quarter. I believe that we're currently looking at a 9-0 run for Mark Morris. Reese Johnston with 5 points in the midst of the run. Cadence Gorins with the most recent 2. Nice little drive and finish with the left hand.
Again, all hot food, $1. Hot dogs, nachos.
Jake Moe in the comment section on YouTube says, it was a great year for UW football. Yes, it absolutely was, Jake. Yep, it was a great year, and unfortunately, that great year had to come to an end. But, you know, one team wins, one team loses, and I wasn't mad one bit. I thought it was a great season, and Alana Brown, turnaround shot rejected, tries to save it, it does. Dorland has it knocked away, and traveling is called Johnston. Got her left hand on the ball, caused Dorland to kind of fumble it a little bit, and after she regathered, apparently officials thought she dragged a pivot foot. So 2:30 to go, third quarter. Mark Morris working with the ball and an 11-point lead. Some much-needed breathing room here at home. Crossover, Johnston puts her head down, left-hand shot up and in. That is a big league move. 7 in the quarter for Reese Johnston, 7 in the game. And that pass deflected. The Jills starting to lose some composure. Johnson comes away with the steal. Her shot up no good. Taps it, though. And Maki Evie gets another opportunity here for Mark Morris. Gorin sets her feet from 3. No. And Austin snags the board for R.A. Long. Badly needed. Jills need to settle in and just get themselves a quality look here or get to the free throw line. Garwood rotates. Brown, nice little hesitation on the baseline, kicks it, box ball fake, gets it back to Alana. Alana now to Garwood. Garwood picks it up, looking for some help, goes to Austin. Austin, great seal, scores around Mejia. That's a nice play design. You want to go down low to somebody who can get a decent look for you, a high percentage shot, and Evelyn Austin delivers that. Hesitation, Camry Gazzotti. Austin slides over, though. Cuts it off. Ball has to be kicked out. Gorins from the near wing drives, left-handed shot again. Second time that she has done that exact move here in the quarter. A nice start to the drive, a little hesitation, and then a finish with the left hand on the opposite side of the block. Down the middle and scoring is Bree Box, though, for R.A. Long to get it right back. Bree with 6 for the Jills. Mejia drop step spin baseline, left hand shot tough, no good. Offensive board fought for, now it's out of bounds. It's going to stay here though. Cadence Gorins with the hustle play underneath the basket for Mark Morris. 35.8 to go here in the third. Mark Morris still on top by double figures as Dorland checks out. And Michaela Ganung checking in for R.A. Long. Maki Evie for 3, no. Long rebound, battle between Gazzotti and Garwood, and it's Garwood who's able to wrestle it away for the Jills, picks up her dribble and travels, dragging the pivot underneath the Mark Morris basket. Not a place you want to stop your dribble, but pressure in the backcourt has led to some turnovers here. Mark Morris playing good defense. Gorins, bounce pass, Johnson throws it up, bump, no call. Couple of players on the bench wanted a foul there for Johnston, didn't get it. Garwood throws it away. And then we got a foul right here in front of the scorer's table. Garwood commits the foul. That's her second personal. Johnston for 3, short. And rebound finally collected, and that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. R.A. Long trails here by 11, 29 20-18. Reese Johnston, 7 points in the third quarter. Cadence Gorans with 4. So a strong quarter for Mark Morris after only leading 13-11 at the half. Mark Morris scores 16 in the third quarter to take the 11-point lead. Jody Fowler types into the Facebook comment section to put in Grace, referring to Grace Eaton.
Timer starts now. Bo Jensen coming out to the floor at the same time. Going to get Bo the ball. We've got a Bob's big shot. Bo Jensen, go ahead and grab that basketball. You're going to go from half court here while we're doing our miracle minute. Hold on, don't wait a second. They don't even know what you're doing yet. Carol? Okay, hold. If Bo Jensen makes this shot, he will get a $250 gift card to Bob's Sporting Goods. Bo, when you're ready. A little short, but give it up for Bo Jensen.
Heading into the fourth quarter of action here at Mark Morris High School, it's the Monarchs 29 and the RA Long Lumberjills 18. Unofficially, I got Mejia with 8 and Johnson with 7 leading the way for Mark Morris, and Bree Garwood with 8 leading the way for RA Long as the teams throw it back and forth here to start the fourth. Box throws it up from down the lane, no good, doesn't get the bounce, but it rolls out to Brown. And Ganung tying up the ball with Maka Evie on the floor. And possession is going to favor Mark Morris. Jocelyn Magana back into the ball game for RA Long. Coming in for Janung. Gorans back to the basket. Slides her feet. Travel and called. Sorry, someone kicked my camera. My picture-in-picture for the score, so 29-18. And the ball turned over again by R.A. Long. Near corner, 3 off the side of the backboard. Goran's offensive board. Gazzotti rejected by Austin, but right to Kiki, and her shot goes up no good. Goran's continuing to battle down low, having a good second half, keeps it alive for the Monarchs. Kiki for 3, short. Austin rebounds it for the Jills. Box bounce pass to Brown. Brown goes up, no good. Johnston rebounds for Mark Morris. Maka Evie for 3. No, Garwood's there. Arlong's got to get something going here if they're going to come within striking range of Mark Morris in this one. It's an 11-point lead for the Monarchs. Box turnaround shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, loses it out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with R.A. Long. Caitlin Brassfield checking back into the game for R.A. Long. Brown looking to inbound, it does. Handoff from Box, shot no good. Gorns with the rebound, bringing it across. Back to the basket, working on Garwood, loses a handle, and it's going to be R.A. Long ball. Garwood doing a good job stopping the ball. 5:58 to go in the game. Brassfield goes up, no good. Maki-Iwi comes away with it, 2-on-2 up ahead. Johnson with the left hand finishes. 9 now for Reese Johnston. All of them coming here in the second half. Brown gets a handoff, cut off baseline by Kia. And Brown tries a long pass to the top of the circle. Johnston's there for the interception. Her pass fired in, down low, too hot to handle for Kiki Maki-Iwi. Substitutions here. Grace Eaton into the game for Mark Morris. Ball loose, out of bounds. It'll stay with R.A. Long. 5:13 to go. So Jody Fowler excited that Grace Eaton subbed into the game. Garwood working against her, gives it up. Magana goes to Austin. Austin picks up the dribble after one. Mejia with her hands up, looking to cause a tough pass and does so. Box led towards the baseline, steps on it, turns it over. Back to the basket, Mejia. Drop step spin towards the baseline, left-handed shots off. Austin with the rebound. Garwood tries a tough pass here towards the near sideline, tracked down by Magana. Magana cut off in the key, finds Garwood for three. Yeah, switched home. Bree Garwood could shoot it when she's wide open like that. She's in double figures now with 11. It's a 10-point game with 4:19 to go. I mean, anything's possible. Johnston for three says, yeah, nope. Johnston now with 12, and it's going to be a timeout. Mark Morris, head coach Sean Atkins, taking the full timeout after the made basket. 34-21 the score. Mark Morris leading this one. Again, fans, tomorrow night we'll be down at Ridgefield for boys basketball. R.A. Long on the road taking on Hawkinson. Mark Morris taking on Hudson's Bay.
Stretch run time at the net. 34-21.
Jills basketball after the timeout and the made three by Johnston. Box was able to dribble through traffic, get it Magana. Magana gets it to Dorland. Her shot no good. Long outlet up ahead from Johnston. Finds Eaton. Eaton kicks it out to the trailer Maki-Iwi. Johnson comes up and gets it. Working against Box, crosses over, gives it up. Back to the basket. Kea kicks. Eaton with it. A little runner from the foul line. Gets her own rebound and is swatted by Austin. Johnson gets it up, and that should be a shot clock violation, but they're not going to call that. Didn't hit the rim. Dorland, good ball fake. Mejia thought it went up. Dorland decides to step back and shoot it. No good. Offensive rebound opportunity dug out by Magana. Box, hop step into a long two, no good. Johnson's there for the rebound for Mark Morris, under 3 to go in this one. Kea gets it to Eaton. Eaton to Johnston, now looking to just get out of Reese's way. Ball rotated all the way to the near side. Kea's 3, no good. Evelyn Austin with the board. Third quarter, the difference in this one so far, folks. And we've got a whistle, and we're going to get a full timeout. R.A. Long. 2:24 to go in the ball game. Some of the R.A. Long students making the trip over here to Mark Morris High School to support their team here tonight. Jills have hung tough in this one, but looks like they're going to fall a little short here in this one, trailing by 13. But again, things are moving in the right direction for R.A. Long. Winners of 3 of their last 4 games. They beat a team from Oregon that I have not since found out the name of. They beat Shelton, a 2A team from the Evergreen Conference. And then they just recently beat Fort Vancouver in a thriller at the Lumberdome. First of 2 Civil War girls basketball games between R.A. Long and Mark Morris this year. The Monarchs in good position to close this one out on their home floor and get a badly needed victory in the standings, as they're fighting for their playoff lives already here in the middle parts of the year. Every game is going to be magnified, and loose ball stolen away. Grace Eaton comes up with it. Johnston drives, throws it up with the left, misses. Mejia's there to clean it up. Now in double figures with 10, 36-21. And this one's out of bounds off of Box as she was driving down the lane. But it's off of her leg, and into the ball game is Kalia Guinto for Mark Morris as she'll inbound it. Thank you, Coach Barker. Mazama, Klamath Falls, I like it. Johnston floater, no good. And over the back is Johnston after the foul. Monarch student section coming up with just about anything they can come up with to take some subtle, not so subtle jabs at the R.A. Long basketball team. I believe that we will win and then warm up the bus. So far this season in sports other than soccer, Mark Morris has gotten the better half of the games against R.A. Long. Mark Morris boys with a win on the road against R.A. Long last Saturday, and the girls about ready to get a win here. And the football team obviously getting a resounding victory in what turned out to be Coach Sean Perkins' last game as the Mark Morris head coach. 1:19 to go. But again, in girls soccer, R.A. Long got both of those ones. Volleyball, R.A. Long got the better half of those 3 matches and eliminated Mark Morris, in fact, as a shot is up. Long rebound save attempt is going to keep the ball here with R.A. Long. So R.A. Long's won its fair share of games in the Civil War rivalry so far, just not in what some would call the big 3 sports. As Alana Brown, left all alone, sets her feet, hits a 3, now 5 in the game. Bounce pass on the block, shot rejected by Austin. Brown leads the break here. Garwood for 3, no good. Magana throws it up after an offensive rebound, no good. Austin got her hands on it. It's poked away out of bounds. (36-24). Brown fires up another. This one's long and airballed. Garwood, though, tracks it down as Monarchs were uninterested in trying to rebound that one or save it. Destiny Watson out there for Mark Morris. Destiny working her way back from an injury that was sustained earlier in the year. Evelyn Austin drop step spin, left-handed shot rolls off, and the ball's tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay here, though, with R.A. Long. 13.6 left in the ball game. Brown to inbound it, gets it to Garwood. Garwood, quick shot, banked in. That's a long two for Garwood. 13 to lead the Jills in scoring tonight. And this ball tapped into the backcourt. And a hard foul with 1 second left. Bree Box taking a swipe at the ball and looked like she connected with Kiki Maki-Evi's face. But all the Monarchs got to do is inbound this one and let a second roll off, and that's going to do it here. 36-26 is the final score. Mark Morris gets the win. Round one to the Lady Monarchs. Kelly Burns, yes, quick to point out, slow pitch went R.A. Long's way this year as well. So it's not all doom and gloom here for R.A. Long this season. They've had their fair share of wins, but no doubt about it, the Mark Morris fans are really letting R.A. Long hear about these two basketball wins. 36-26, the final here in this one. Reese Johnston ends up with 12 all in the second half. And if you look at what the score was at the half, 13-11, Natalie Mejia also in double figures for Mark Morris, I believe with 10, and then Bree Garwood ends up with 13 to lead the way for R.A. Long. So a good performance by her tonight. Player of the game, I'm going to go with Reese Johnston, the 12 points in the second half. One of the main reasons why Mark Morris was able to create that much-needed separation in the third quarter. Johnson scoring 7 of her 12 points in that third quarter. Of course, Natalie Mejia with a great game as well. But, yeah, Reese Johnson, the sophomore, voted my player of the game here overall for Mark Morris in the win. Mark Morris improves to 5-3 in the Greater St. Helens League after the victory. Meanwhile, R.A. Long drops to 1-8 in league play. But, again, the Jills have been competitive as of late. Having won 3 out of their last 4 coming into this one. And I learned the name of a team, Mazama, from Coach Barker from the Klamath Falls region. I couldn't have gotten that one without Google or something. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The Jills still picking up a win against them. That's what you got to do. Shelton, though, I think that's a decent win for R.A. Long. I mean, team in the 2A class in Washington and the EVCO, tough conference, so give the Jills some credit. Give Mark Morris some credit. They kind of stumbled out of the gate here in this one. You got to come prepared in every single game. No matter who you're playing. The Greater St. Helens League has been super competitive this year. Speaking of that, in the third quarter, Ridgefield taking on their rivals, forced rivals, the Woodland Beavers, 55-25. I mean, Woodland right there in that, fray with the third place teams, Washougal, Mark Morris, and Hudson's Bay. Mark Morris with a win over Woodland, a win over Hudson's Bay, although I think Hudson's Bay's really good, honestly. I think they got just as much potential as anybody. They've got a bunch of good seniors, but then a whole bunch of freshmen. There's nothing in between there. Bill says R.A. Long swept Mark Morris in bowling. There you go. So, hey, I bet you the official aggregate is probably in R.A. Long's favor overall. If you count all the sports that are be featured on the Ocho, I think that you've definitely got the RA Long advantage at this point. Still 2 more games on the hardwood, 1 more for each the boys and the girls in the rivalry here. And the boys will be coming up in February, I believe on the 1st, I want to say. And then these 2 teams will meet again February 2nd. But Mark Morris gets the win here tonight. Reese Johnston, our player of the game with 12 points for the Monarchs. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with a little bit more for you. And we'll talk a little bit more about the live streams coming this week. So stick around, folks. I might have an interview here for us, either with Coach Atkins or maybe a player from Mark Morris. So don't go anywhere. All right, I am here with the player of the game for tonight, Reese Johnson. Reese, wave to everybody at home there. First Civil War for you. You come over from Kalama. It's your first taste of the rivalry.
Yeah.
You guys were, really sluggish, just to be honest with you, in the first half of the game, 13-11 going into the half. And then, you came out, scored all of your points, 12 of them in that second half, 7 in the third quarter. Just what was on your mind on how you can help your team get the win tonight?
We really had a good halftime, locker room chat. We were all just like, we need to lock in. I don't know if I can say this, but they're not that good. We just need to lock in, get better, and, really, put our all into it, because I feel like we were kind of just coming in expecting to win.
Well, you can say whatever you want. That's you guys are the ones that got to play them again. So
Yeah.
We'll say this. I mean, they've been much improved over the last couple of weeks.
I've heard,
3 out of their last 5 now. They've won, including a game over Fort Vancouver. But, they were able to do a few things good tonight on the defensive end tonight. Was there something frustrating about how they were playing you guys in that first half, or do you think it was just more effort-driven on your guys' end?
I mean, it was pretty aggressive, Our last few games have been very foul call-y. So, we just had to kind of ease into the aggressiveness, and then once we got a hang of it, we were ready.
So 5-3 is your guys' record now.
Yeah.
You're kind of in a log jam in the standings, but you got wins over Woodland, and you got wins over Hudson's Bay. You got a big one coming up again at the end of the week down on the road against Ridgefield, and they're one of the teams that's competing for the league championship. How do you guys think that you get yourself potentially into that conversation to maybe get back into the first place, maybe second place picture before the season comes to an end?
Our talk has always been we need to come out strong. That's been one of our struggles, but I think we've been coming out strong for the past few games a little bit, so I just think as soon as we get that ready and locked in, coming out strong, ready to play, ready for contact, aggressiveness, I think we'll be good.
And then, obviously, like I mentioned at the very beginning of the interview, this is your first game playing against RA Long, first year playing for Mark Morris High School. Coming from Kalama and then coming here, what was it about Mark Morris's program or head coach Sean Atkins maybe that kind of drew you to coming here and playing?
Mostly just the size and the school itself, we moved down here and, it's just a great school. I like it a lot. It's really different, size-wise too. It's just, Yeah, I'm a really huge fan of it. There wasn't anything specific that drew me, but, I'm really glad I moved here.
Do you miss Kalama at all?
I miss my friends for sure. I had a few friends come down and watch my game today too. It's a great experience.
Awesome. Well, hey, we're glad to have you up here for the first time. Congratulations.
I'm glad to be up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, appreciate you. You're a sophomore, so chances are you'll do this again sometime down the road. But for right now, go enjoy the win with your teammates.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being player of the game with 12 points all in the second half here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, cool. That's Reese Johnston of Mark Morris. It's fresh off of the win. All right. I'll grab that from you.
Thank you.
Yep, have a good night. All right, so player of the game tonight, Reese Johnson, again, 12 points, all in the second half here in this one. Obviously excited to get her first interview. She said it's her first interview, so Natalie Mejia's getting a chance to talk with Vern Foster on the radio dial, so if you're interested in seeing what she's got to say, flip it to that AM dial right now. 36-26, the final score here in this one tonight. Mark Morris, they didn't eke out the win. They end up winning by 10, but a 2-point game at the half. Definitely competitive, and you heard Reese say that, things were a little bit effort-driven and sluggish, and did give Ari Long some credit, but also, threw that out there that, heading into this one, Ari Long, not that good, so to speak, but, definitely maybe some locker room material for Ari Long to kind of build on, but when you talk it, you got to walk it. And so far tonight and throughout this season, in her first, she's walked it. Reese with 12 points. Natalie Mejia, again, talking with Vern Foster. She's in double figures with 10 tonight. For Ari Long, Bree Garwood ends up with 13. Bree Box with 6. And Alana Brown with 5 top scorers for the Jills. And if I'm wrong on these scores, then I'm not surprised because my pen stopped writing right after the beginning of the game. So it is what it is. So tomorrow night, fans, we're going to be down in Ridgefield. It's going to be boys basketball. Fort Vancouver taking on the Spudders at 7 o'clock. Thursday, 6 o'clock start time. Girls basketball, Hawkinson at R.A. Long. No JV game. So 6 o'clock start time. Everyone is in bed early. Thursday, that is Thursday. Friday, we're going to be back here at Mark Morris. It's going to be boys basketball. Ridgefield taking on Mark Morris. Special 6:30 start time for a Hall of Fame induction ceremony into the Mark Morris Hall of Fame. There will be a meet and greet in the cafeteria after the game Friday. Saturday, we're scheduled to head down to Ridgefield, although there is snow in the forecast. So depending on how much snow and whether that might hinder travel arrangements, 7 o'clock start time Saturday night, Mark Morris at Ridgefield. Of course, we will keep everybody updated if weather becomes a factor in canceling any of the matchups that we've got scheduled later on this week. There is one other thing that could possibly throw a huge wrench into the equation, and that is my son-to-be. We are still on Baby Watch 2024, and we will let you know, and I will let you know as soon as that happens and what the adjustments might be to the live stream schedule. And if there will be live streams available for people to watch, I will try to do my best to, kind of funnel everybody into that direction. But I will let everybody know about Baby Watch 2024. Due date is officially the 15th, so that would be Monday. But we'll see, he could want to make his presence felt at any time. I'm honestly really surprised it wasn't during the Civil War boys game on Saturday or during the national championship game last night between UW and Michigan, but we're waiting now, and any time is okay. So we'll keep everybody updated. And speaking of keeping everyone updated, if you missed any of it, you can go back and rewatch it. 36-26, the final score here tonight. Mark Morris wins it. Reese Johnson, our player of the game, she spent a little bit of time with us here just talking about the win and her experience so far here at Mark Morris, transferring over from Kalama. And that is going to wrap things up for me here tonight. Again, 36-26, your final score. Mark Morris wins it. Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media saying so long from the Natty, and hello tomorrow night at 7 o'clock from the Hot Potato. It'll be Fort Vancouver at Ridgefield, and I hope to have you all with us tomorrow night for the broadcast. And thank you for being a part of this one. Hope everybody has a great evening, and we will see you next time.